Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joe. This is Liberated Sun Tarot, and I am so excited to be finally doing readings here on YouTube. I am a tarot reader. I'm a spiritualist. I've been reading tarot now for about a year and a half. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so excited to be reading for you guys finally. This reading here is for my Cancerians. Today I'm reading for Cancer. So if you have Cancer in your sun, moon, rising, or your Venus, this reading is for you, girl or boy. And this is y'all's reading for Taurus season. This is your Taurus season reading, Cancers. So I'm not really trying to like ramble too much at the beginning. You know, we just gonna get right into it. Already blessed the space, did prayers, and I'm really ready and excited to tap into the energy that Spirit wants me to know about what you guys have going on for Cancers. I'm a Cancer. I'm a July Cancer, July the 5th. So can't wait to see what Spirit wants me to tell you guys for what's going on for y'all during Taurus season. So I'm gonna pull just some overall energy cards. Let's get into it. So Spirit, what's the overall energy for Cancer surrounding them during Taurus season? What's the overall energy surrounding Cancers during Taurus season, Spirit? What is the overall energy surrounding Cancers during Taurus season? Okay. Y'all. Okay, the first card I just pulled out is the Disruption card, which this is a Psychic Tarot deck. If you've never had it, these cards, these black rimmed cards relate to the major arcana. This is Tower moment. Cancer's life is about to shake up for you, baby. I know energetically, I feel like a lot of Cancers have been in a space of feeling a sense of stagnancy. You might feel like, okay, what's next? It's giving very much so Temperance energy, an energy of, okay, all right, Spirit, I've been praying for my manifestations. I've been praying for the things that I want. What's going on? What is life? And I'm seeing with this Disruption card, life is about to shake up for you very fast in very unexpected ways. I'm seeing some of you might have a little bit of control issues and want to know, okay, so God, Tower moment, what is it? I'm seeing God's like, nah, I'm not even finna tell you. Spirit doesn't even want to like share it right now. It's almost like it's kind of like a high priestess type energy. Like you'll see it when it happens type thing. But life is about to shake up for you, Cancers, in a very unexpected way. And I'll pull more in depth, but yeah, I'm laughing. I laughed so crazy because I did a personal reading for myself last night and I just pulled this card. So it's coming. Let's see the next energy for you guys going into Taurus season. Do I make it up, y'all? This is literally the Intuition card, which relates to High Priestess. I'm telling you, like, Spirit is really wanting you, Cancers, into going into Taurus season. You really must rely heavily on your intuition. It's something that you naturally have, especially being a spiritualist, especially being a Cancer. Cancers are known for their intuition. I'm seeing Spirit is really pressing you to really focus on using your intuition to guide you through life and space. Pay attention to those synchronicities. Pay attention to those downloads. I'm seeing a lot of crown chakra activity for Cancers during Taurus season. So pay attention to what's coming and really make sure you're listening to yourself. But I see some shit being revealed, Cancers, and a lot of it's not anything necessarily bad. It's just I'm seeing God is lifting the veil. Like I'm seeing the veil has been covered, and I'm seeing now that you guys have put in the work necessary. I'm seeing Spirit's like, okay, you're ready for this information now. I feel like Spirit before there were certain things you were going through in life where Spirit just knew that you weren't ready yet to receive the information, whether it be because you hadn't done the work necessary, whether it be because even though sometimes you can ask for things, that you ask for something, you're not really ready for it. And I'm seeing Spirit kind of knew that, and that's why Spirit was withholding it. And Spirit was also testing you on your patience and the divine timing. Because that's one thing about manifestation is you can manifest till you're blue in the face, but the manifestation is not going to show itself until Spirit, until God and the universe is ready to give you that manifestation. And I'm seeing like now the veil is being lifted, and Spirit's like, okay, here you go. here's that information. And it's coming to shake your foundations a little bit. Cancers, this is going to be a little intense for you guys, I'm seeing, because a lot of Cancers aren't agents of change. Cancers can really hold on to things. And I'm really seeing that Cancer for Taurus season, that stubborn energy is going to be put to the test with this Tower moment. And I'm seeing it's kind of a fated thing where you don't really have a choice to deal with it. It's not something that Spirit is like, it's not something Spirit's going to be like, oh yeah, you have an option. No, Spirit's kind of just like, this is what it is, deal with it. Because you can. Because you're able, you're willing, you're smart enough, you're intuitive enough, you're wise enough. You've gone through the lessons needed to get you where you are now. So this little disruption that's coming in your life, or this Tower moment that's coming to just shake things up for you, you're okay because you had the tools, you know? So let's get one more card. I like this energy, especially in stubborn ass Taurus season 2. Spirit's just like, yeah, that stubborn shit. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss, but that stubborn stuff that you want to be on, that's cute. I could care less about it. Because this is for you and your growth. Okay. So let's get one more. Oops, hold on. Let's get one more card for the overall energy surrounding Cancers going into Taurus season. One more card, Spirit. Thank you so much for the messages so far. One more card, Spirit, for the overall energy surrounding Cancers going into Taurus season. Oops. These cards are so thick. Okay. All right. I love this deck. Let's see. Fertility. So this, okay, Cancers, y'all are going through a very, very, very major shift in Taurus season. That is bringing you a lot of birth. So some of you I'm seeing could be going through right now at the moment, a spiritual awakening, a very, very, some of you could be going through a very, very intense spiritual awakening right now, where it's going to feel like you're dying, to put it kind of cute and lightly. A lot of you are dying, are letting old things and old habits die to make way for this new. This is fertility card. So this fertility card is bringing in a new you, a new version of self. This is also a good time to really to start something new. So if you've been thinking about, hey, I want to start a business, or I want to start a new hobby or craft, or I want to start just a new habit, now is a perfect time to start this new thing, especially going into Taurus season, which Taurus is an earth energy in general, gives us that energy of being grounded, of being patient, of allowing our manifestations to really take life and shape by giving them the time and energy and discipline needed to make sure that we are manifesting the things that we want. So Cancerians, you got some good energy coming. It's really good. It's really good. And I'm seeing it's a nervousness attached to it, or you might feel a little scared. Like some of you might be feeling like you can tell. It's like, things been a little too quiet. What you about to bring to me, Spirit? I feel like some of you really have been feeling like, okay, what's coming? And I'm telling you, like, it's for your own good. But there's something new to be birthed out of this. So that's really great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's just pull some cards now on what's going on. So what else, Spirit, would you like for me to tell the Cancerian collective? What other messages do you have for me to give to the Cancerian collective, Spirit? Okay, Seven of Cups. The Devil. Some of you are really being urged to not go back into karmic cycles. This disruption card I'm seeing could be an old energy coming back into your space karmically. And it's a karmic energy that you're attached to with this Devil energy. This is somebody that you share karmic soul contract cycle with. And you guys have literally been put into each other's lives to help each other through clearing out that karmic energy. For some of you, that Tower moment is going to be this deviled energy coming back. And I'm seeing what you're really being guided and asked to do with this Seven of Cups, relating it to this intuition card, is to use your intuition. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. You'll know in your heart, does this feel good to me? Does this feel like something that I need to be doing? Does it fill my heart space and make me feel confident? Does it make me feel good? I'm seeing like some of you really know, because I know us Cancers, some of us, we get caught up in the illusion. We get caught up in the words, and we get caught up in the, oh, that sounds so cute. For some of you, y'all really need to like buckle down and use the intuition and really ask God to help guide you to making the right choice when it comes to this person, this energy that's making its way back that you are karmically attached to. Because I'm seeing it's almost like there's a test with this devil energy coming out. It's this energy of like, okay, so you had to separate from this person to learn this lesson. Okay, so in order for us to really test to see if you learned the lesson, how about we bring that person back? And we'll see if you've learned that lesson. Some of you had to learn how to really set boundaries, because some of you just allowed people to walk all over you. Some of you were too afraid to speak up for yourselves. And I'm seeing by bringing this past energy back, it's like Spirit saying, okay, all the things that you learned while you and this person have not been speaking, while you and this person or this energy have been separated. Okay, did you learn it? Did you learn it? Did you learn it? Because we about to test you and see. And this is about you passing that test, essentially. And I feel like if you pass that test, then on to new things, on to birth that you go. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, y'all. girl. It's intense. So that was the first thing that I just ultimately heard. If this isn't related to a person as well, Cancers, I'm also saying if this isn't related to a person, this could also be old vices. I feel like some of you might have addiction issues, and these addiction issues don't just have to be substance. It could be addiction to social media, addiction to bad eating habits, addiction to just old traits that you know are no longer serving you. I'm just seeing Spirit putting you in situations to test you to see where your growth has been, essentially. That's what I'm feeling for Cancerians. Okay, y'all. So what else, Spirit? What else? What other message you have for me? What else message you have for me to give to the Cancerian collective? Some of you, I'm also hearing y'all need to watch your spending habits this Taurus season. Taurus season, I feel like a good season is to, I feel like it's a good season to reflect what it means to really be frugal. So I feel like some of you have some really horrible spending habits too. Or just y'all get tempted very easy. And you're like, oh, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. Kind of like how this Seven of Cups guy, he's just looking at all these different options. And I'm seeing some of you know that that's not healthy. It's an old cycle that you, and a pattern that you know you need to break. So yeah, some of you need to watch that too this month. That was a message that just came out. Or excuse me, for the Taurus season. What else, Spirit? What other message you have for me to give to the Cancerian collective for Taurus season? What else you have for me? Four of Swords. Okay. Some of you, you need rest. Some of you really need to rest. And what I mean by rest is I mean a few things. Some of you need to physically rest. Some of you have been working yourselves to the bone. And I know we love to be productive. I know we love to make sure our home life is good and our space is good. But what about yourself? Are you making sure that you're resting enough so that it's almost like Cancerians are really good at pouring from their cup. But who pours for the Cancer? How does the Cancer give back to themselves after they've poured to other people? So you're really being guided this Taurus season to allow yourselves to rest. Give yourselves the space needed to rest. And also I'm hearing rest your minds. Our Cancerians can sometimes be worry warts. Cancerians sometimes be worried about everything. We worry about this, we worry about that, we worry about the past, we worry about the present, we worry about the future, we worry about everything in between. And it's like you really are being guided to just allow, when you focus on your intuition is God speaking to you directly. And that's enough for you to have faith and patience in whatever it is that you're trying to do, trying to manifest, whether it be learning more about yourself, whether it be about starting that new business, whether it be about whatever adventure or journey that you're in right now. You have to allow yourself to just let go and let God, essentially. And I'm seeing like that is going to be very, like Spirit is really hounding in on that. Like rest, Rest your weary. I'm hearing Justin Timberlake in Until the End of Time. Rest your weary heart and relax your mind. That's what Spirit really wants you guys to do this Taurus season. It's just really allow yourselves to rest and put your focus on back onto yourself, because so many of you, I feel like, have been focused on the well-being of others. Focus on self, please. I'm sorry if these messages are kind of like all over the place. That's how they're coming to me. But yeah, what else, Spirit, do you have for me to give to the Cancerian Collective for Taurus season? What other messages do you have for me to give to the Cancerian Collective, Spirit, during this good old Taurus season? Yeah, temperance, patience. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Patience is truly a virtue. Patience is a virtue, you guys. Let God work for you. Let Spirit work for you. Let your ancestors, let your spirit guides, your angels, let them work for you. Let them literally do some work for you. And you know how you can do that? You let them work for you by resting, by trusting in them, trusting the intuition, trusting the things that they've been telling you, the downloads that they've been giving you about what you have going on in your space. Trust them. Like, fully allow yourselves to put all trust into them, bro. Like, they're here. They are literally here for you guys. I'm seeing some of you, you're also like, kind of like that energy I was telling y'all earlier with this temperance energy. I'm seeing Spirit like, okay, you've been patient enough. You've been balanced enough. Here's some blessings, you know? Here's some blessings. Here's some no. You know what I'm saying? For being patient, for sticking the course. Because your patience is always going to be tested on this journey. Your patience is always going to be tested on this journey. And it's really about how do we stay cool in a pool of fire? And how do we allow ourselves to not give up our patience? And a lot of you are doing a really good job at staying patient. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? What else? Let's get two more. Girl, I know that's right. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are coming into a lot of financial success. Some of you have been really worried about money. Some of you are really worried about your security and your monies. And I'm saying, please do not worry, because you have a lot of success, a lot of abundance coming your way. So do not worry. I'm also seeing, for some of you, to kind of go back to that Seven of Cups and Devil energy, I'm seeing Spirit is kind of saying the difference between being attached to that Devil energy and stepping into your Queen of Pentacles energy is like the choice that you make regarding your finances. So some of you might have a big decision to make regarding finances. It could be about buying a house. Some of you, I feel like, might be buying a house or moving into a new apartment, buying a new car. Something where it's a really big bill, and I'm seeing like there's this energy of, okay, do I jack this money off, which would be going back into Devil energy of what you used to do with your money, or do I, allow myself to choose different and not do that? And it's the choice between making that poor choice and that good choice that leads you to this Queen of Pentacles. So choose wisely. Please choose wisely. Yeah. I'm also hearing, let your free form free. One thing about me, I quote a lot of song lyrics. That is from Run In by The Far Side. Let your free form free. A lot of you, I feel like, getting your heads about your identity. Some of you have identity issues. Who am I for real? Some of you sometimes don't even know who you are unless you let other people define you. And I'm seeing, like, allow yourself to breathe in and birth in a new you by really giving and pouring into yourself. Queen of Pentacles energy. Give that Queen of Pentacles energy to yourself, Cancerians. One more card for the messages you have for me to give to Cancerians. The Cancerian Collective for the Taurus season. Let's see. One more card. What else you got for me, Spirit? Okay, you gave me two. Strength. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. That's literally what I just heard Spirit say. It's going to be okay. It's like I'm seeing Spirit is like cradling you and holding you. Some of you might have some deceased family members, friends, some ancestors, people who are ancestors now, who are literally, they're cradling you just like this woman is cradling this lion. And they're telling you everything is going to be okay. Hold out, Cancerians. I know that 2021 for us has been a very trying time, but hold on, be strong. Please hold on, keep your faith, keep your faith. I'm seeing like for some of you, your ancestors are wanting to connect with you. So allow yourselves to really connect with them. Pay attention to the synchronicities because they are reaching out to you because they know that you've been worried. They know that you've been up. Some of you have been having a lot of sleepless nights where you lay down at night and you just, it's like your mind doesn't even shut down. It's like you're trying to sleep, but it's like, I can't even sleep because you're just worried. And I'm seeing like, just hold on, be strong. Hold out just a little longer because everything that you've been wanting, it's on its way and it's coming to you. I'm really like, I love you guys so much. I love Cancers. I love you guys. Y'all are very strong. I know us Cancerians can get that rep for being sensitive, which we are, but there's a lot of strength in our ability to be very sensitive to self and with others. So yeah, it's going to be okay, Cancers. Like, it's literally going to be okay. Stop worrying. This is about your goals. Some of you are really worried about your goals. Some of you feel like you're not doing enough. That's what I feel. Some of you feel like you're not doing enough. And I promise you're doing exactly what you need to be doing at this very moment. If you feel like you're not doing enough, use that to motivate you. Go back to the drawing board. But don't allow those intrusive thoughts. A lot of you have been battling a lot of intrusive thoughts lately. These intrusive thoughts, they come into your mind and they kind of tell you these things that aren't true. And it's like you guys are hard to see through the illusion sometimes of these intrusive thoughts. And they tell you things. They tell you that you're not good enough. They tell you you're not smart enough. They tell you, oh, you'll never be successful in this business venture. Or they tell you, oh, that person doesn't really like you. Your friends don't really care for you. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not strong enough. And that's a lie because you are all of these things. You are every single last thing. You are strong. Some of you are really battling addiction issues. You are strong. Spirit wants you to know you are strong. You are very strong. I'm telling you, okay? Don't let those intrusive thoughts and those energies trick you out of your truth, Cancers. Y'all are very, very, very strong individuals, okay? And I'm going to keep saying it like that because some of you have really been doubting it. And some of you have really been in your head like, I'm not strong enough. I don't understand what I'm doing. I suck. No, you don't. You're beautiful, okay? So those are just the overall just messages that I have Spirit wanting to really give you guys. Now I'm going to get into advice for your spirit guides, from your spirit guides, excuse me. So what advice, Spirit, do you have to the Cancerian Collective? What advice could you give to the Cancerian Collective to help get them through Taurus season? What advice would they benefit best from, Spirit, to get them through Taurus season? Let's see. What advice you have? Okay. Page of Swords. Okay. Some of you have a hard time speaking up for self. So Spirit wants you this. Okay, I'm channeling different things here, so bear with me. Some of you have a hard time speaking up for yourselves. Taurus season is going to really urge you. Remember how I said about setting boundaries? Taurus season is really going to urge you to learn how to set boundaries through your communication. So you might deal with it where you deal with having to have a really difficult conversation with somebody where you feel disrespected. And some of you usually allow the intensity based off of maybe childhood trigger and trauma of being afraid to speak up and out because of looking a certain way or feeling a certain way. You let these things intimidate you into pretty much and pressure you into not speaking up for yourself. Spirit wants you to do the complete opposite. Try a different approach to how you communicate. So if you do get a boundary crossed, instead of cowering out, how about, hey, let's communicate this because you crossed my boundary and let me tell you why. It's all about learning how to communicate better. Spirit really wants you to focus on communicating better. Some of you also have poor communication skills. I'm just going to put it out there. Some of you communicate like a page. Page energy can be a very immature energy at times. So some of you are the types that you just want people to read your minds. And you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to tell this person how I feel because they should just know this is what I'm feeling. No, nobody's a mind reader, baby. Even the most gifted, intuitive, and psychic still is not a mind reader and still needs communication. So some of you honestly need to work on your communication skills for Taurus season, and that'll benefit you. Speaking up for things that you want to. Some of you, I feel like, are afraid of speaking up for what you want because you feel like it makes you look a certain way. You feel like it makes you look greedy, or it makes you feel, or it makes you look like you want too much. No, speak up for what you want. Closed mouths don't get fed is the energy that I'm getting. So those are a few messages I'm getting as far as advice that your spirit team really wants you to work on. But some of you, baby, you know who I'm talking to. Some of y'all need to learn how to speak and communicate better. Some of you communicate like children. Some of you don't communicate at all, or even when you do communicate, you're yelling, you're screaming everywhere. And it's like, how do you expect for anything to be handled in a diligent, diplomatic matter if that's how you communicate? Because baby, if you start yelling at me, I will shut you down. So that's one of the that's some advice, one of the messages to who it may concern. What else you have for advice, spirit, for our Cancerian collective for Taurus season? What else do you have for our Cancerian collective, spirit, for Taurus season? What advice do you have for our Cancerians for Taurus season? All right, Six of Cups. Okay. So, few things here. Somebody from the past could be returning. Use your intuition to decide, again, like I said, whether this is a good or a bad thing. Sometimes we let nostalgia, especially us as Cancers, because sometimes a lot of us have issues with letting go of situations. We hold grudges, we have issues, and we don't allow ourselves to really move forward in the present moment because we're so worried about the past. I'm seeing for some of you, you're really being urged to kind of let the past be where the past is. It's not to say that you can't cherish the memories, but I'm seeing rather than going back to the past, take what you've learned from the past and let it fuel your present and your future. For some of you, I'm also seeing connecting to your inner child. Some of you have been feeling very disconnected from your inner child. And I'm seeing like an image of like your inner child, literally when you get triggered, them longing for you to just give them attention. Because I do believe that when you do go through life where you get triggered from a wound or something comes up that you thought that you've healed from, you haven't worked from, that's your inner child being like, hey, I went through this when you were a kid. Can you give me some love? Give me some TLC. Figure out what I need so I can help you figure out what you need. It's a very symbiotic interaction that you guys have with each other. So I'm seeing like that is a really big focus, a really, really, really big focus for our Cancerians for advice. Really getting in touch with that inner child will be very beneficial for Taurus season. So doing things that it could be you haven't ran in a while and running was something you used to love to do. Go outside and run a little bit. If you used to play an instrument, some of you are very creative. If you used to play an instrument or used to write poetry and you stop for every reason, allow Taurus season to motivate you into just trying these things to reconnect with them. Because I'm seeing if you allow yourself to reconnect with your inner child, something very new can be birthed out of this. And it could be a new way of seeing life, a new perspective being formed. It could just be a newfound love, girl. Shit. So that's some advice, that Spirit has for you guys. And we're going to get one more card for the overall advice Spirit has for Cancerians, the Cancerian collective going into Taurus season. Queen of Wands, I know y'all better step into boss season, okay? A lot of you guys lack confidence in self. A lot of you guys question y'all's confidence. It's like, you confident, but then it's like I said, sometimes you have those intrusive thoughts that come in and try to trick you out your spot. And I'm seeing step into that power, Queen of Wands. Step into that power of just knowing that you are that person. The Queen of Wands, honestly, I'm not going to lie, she reminds me a lot of Beyonce. Like when I think of how like Beyonce makes me feel, and like just a whole go-getter. I see it, I want it, it's mine. Like, this is what I do. That's what this is. A lot of you need to tap into your feminine energy. There's a real heavy focus on feminine energy. We have the fertility card, which relates to the Empress card. Then we also have the Queen of Pentacles out here and the Queen of Wands. A lot of you need to really tap into that feminine energy that makes you a Cancer, you know, the Cancerian aspect of feminine energy. So getting in touch with that intuition, you know, getting in touch with your divine selves, pleasuring yourselves, please yourself, girl, touch yourself, you know, look in the mirror and touch yourself, touch your body, really get in tune with who you are. Because some of you have really been out of sort and out of touch. And I'm seeing that it's embracing that feminine energy that's gonna bring in that masculine energy of action, of doing, or masculine energy in the form of something else. That is that Tower moment. So, yeah, y'all. That's what Spirit told me to tell y'all. That's the overall advice Spirit has. So many times we allow our thoughts to trick us out of our truths, but y'all are amazing. And it's like, it's time that you believe that. It's time that you start to really believe that. So now I'm going to do a light pull on what's going on for the Cancerian collective when it comes to love and relationships. And then we'll be done. This has been really fun. I love channeling for you guys. I love reading. I can do this shit in my sleep. All right. So Spirit, what do you have for the Cancerian collective? What do you have, Spirit, for the Cancerian collective for Taurus season? What are the messages that you have, Spirit, for the Cancerian collective for Taurus season when it comes to love? What's the overall energy? What's going on for Cancerians? Okay, when it comes to love. Page of Wands, okay. Some of you could be two things. Some of you could either be meeting somebody new. This could be somebody coming towards you or you going towards them. Some of you have been pondering. I feel like for some of you have been pondering reaching out to somebody. Some of you have had this person on your mind and you kind of watch them from afar, kind of like the page would do, like, I want to reach out, but I don't know. And you've been doubting it. This is your sign to go for it. Some of you have really been wanting to manifest something new, and I'm seeing newness coming into your lives. If that's something you've been manifesting as far as love life, is I want a new connection. This is your sign that it's coming. Some of you are being urged to make the first move. Some of you don't like making the first move, and I'm being urged, if you actually make the first move, it'll be very beneficial for you and it'll bring you a lot of success. So yeah, what's going on, Spirit? Let's get some cards for the Cancerian collective for Taurus season when it comes to love. What's going on for love during this Taurus season for Cancers? Okay, the Emperor. This is fire energy. So some of you definitely could be connecting to Aries. Or Aries season, I'm seeing that something happened between you and your person or the person of interest that you have during Aries season. Aries season, like, I'm seeing kind of laid the groundwork and the foundation. Some of you could have met your person in Aries season and now you're like, okay, let's see what Taurus season is going to bring. It could be you met your person in Aries season and now in Taurus season you and your person are starting to talk a little more. Y'all are starting to kind of go on dates and plan little things, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. What else? Some of you are also being very stubborn too. Like I said, some of you are wanting to reach out to somebody, or some of you have a person who wants to reach out to you, but they're being stubborn for some reason. You know how people can be. But let's see. Let's get 3 more cards, please, to get the full story for what's going on for Cancers when it comes to love. Okay. This King of Cups. This could be you coming out, Cancer. Oh, wow. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. This kind of changes the story a little bit. Okay, one more card. One more card, Cancers, for what's going on for Cancers and their person and the collective for the Taurus season. Okay. All right, so I'm getting a few different stories here. If this is your story, you'll know it because it'll resonate with you. It's not, Just kind of take it and leave it. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing, first of all. For some of you have been dealing with a person who is very stubborn when it comes to expressing themselves and their feelings. It's like some of you have been wanting this person to express themselves, but they have a hard time. I feel like this person has a very hard time expressing themselves. And I'm seeing some of you have grown impatient with this person. Some of you might feel like this person not expressing themselves to you, it makes you feel like you're being left out. It's almost like I'm hearing, let me into your heart. You know, the card that comes before this is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is usually a person who's very closed off. They're guarding this pentacle close to their heart. They're not letting anybody in under any circumstance. And I'm seeing for some of you, the person that you've been dealing with, they are very emotionally guarded. But I'm seeing they're very emotionally guarded from past hurt. It's like for some of you, you're almost too good to be true to your person. And I'm seeing like they want to really trust you. Like I'm seeing they really do want to trust you, but it's hard. But for some of you, I'm seeing that their lack of being able to really open up to you and have emotionally intelligent conversation with you and be emotionally available makes you feel like you're just being left out in the cold. I'm seeing some of you are going to be moving forward and seeking balance elsewhere. So I'm seeing some of you just honestly walking away and taking that energy elsewhere. That's what I'm seeing. I really do see some of you just saying, you know what, if you're not going to give me the energy that I need from you and you're not willing to work on it, then that's fine. That's cool. I'm going to just take it elsewhere. And that's where I feel like some of you Cancers are at the current moment. You're just kind of like really over it. I want to pull more on this King of Cups for you guys. Because this could be you coming out, Cancer. But I want to pull on the King of Cups here. And this Emperor energy, because this is a person too. This is a heavy masculine energy I'm picking up on, Cancer. So this could either be a masculine that's watching this, or this could be somebody that's coming towards you that has masculine energy. Tell me more about the intentions of this Emperor and this King of Cups. What are the intentions of this Emperor and this King of Cups here? Okay, we have the Four of Swords. Okay. The Lover. It's like, I'm hearing like they are trying, y'all. Whoever this person is that you're dealing with, who it feels like you're pulling, because it's an energy like feeling like you're pulling teeth. And you're just ready to give up. I'm seeing like they really are trying and they really do care for you. They really do care for you. I feel like some of this emotional labor that you might be requiring of this Emperor and this King of Cups has caused them to kind of want to just be in this rest stage where they're like, you know what, bruh, she got me doing too much. You know, because some of you, as you should, you know your worth and you're like, you know what, you can do better than that. And I'm seeing for some of you, they're just kind of like, okay, I'm ready. I'm really ready to just like rest. I'm really ready to just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because what you're doing is you're really testing them to really work on their own feminine energy. Some of them are really out of touch with their own divine feminine energy in themselves being masculine, and you bring that out of them. And I'm seeing because you bring that out of them, it's just kind of like, they're just kind of just like, nah, I'm not rocking with it. So, but they know what the real is. They know what this connection means to them. They know this connection means a lot. You guys have a probably very intense connection, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing for some of you to stop worrying about this person that is coming in. Some of you have your eyes set on somebody and you're like, okay, do they really care for me? Stop worrying. Yes, the answer is yes. So that's just the overall energy I see for Cancerian surrounding love. I'm sorry, there's a lot of storylines, but I kind of use cards as a form of mediumship, and the messages a lot of times they do not come out cute and like uniform. They kind of come all over the place, and I just try to like channel what I can. But let's get some advice cards and then we'll wrap this video on up. I love it. I love you guys. So what's the advice, Spirit, that you have for Cancerians for Taurus season regarding love? What advice could you give? Are you willing, Spirit, to give Cancerians for their Taurus season when it comes to love? I'm hearing some of you need to focus on, if this person isn't giving you what you want, focus on yourselves. It's okay to focus back on you. Some of you also have a hard time letting people in and giving to you. I'm seeing some of you really need to allow people to like treat you. Because Cancerians are so used to nurturing everything and everybody else that sometimes it's hard for them to receive the love that they give. So I'm seeing some of you really need to let your guard down. That Emperor energy, that stubborn ass energy, drop that a few notches. Let this person love you because they do have good intentions. Some of you need to also really figure out what you want. I'm seeing some of you wanting to call in love, but you have like literally, if God were to place love right on your lap and be like, okay, you said you wanted love, you'd be like, what is this? And it's like some of you really need to figure out like, what is it that you are really wanting? Like make a list of what your person is, go as detailed as you can, and then pray on it, manifest it. But you can't manifest something that you don't have any idea of, you know? Or figuring out yourself. Also, another thing, I'm sorry, honestly, I don't even think I need to, for the advice, I don't even need to pull a card. I'm going to just speak from the heart and then we'll be done. Another thing I heard is a lot of you have and place expectations on other people that you can't even place for yourself. So I'm saying in order for you to attract the thing in love that you want, everything that you ask in for another person, you should be able to give to yourself. Because some of you have really ugly codependency issues. Kind of like with this devil energy. It gives me a very attached, codependent, addicted type thing. And what happens is you'll go into love not knowing yourself, not knowing what it is that you want, not knowing it is how you want to treat yourself. And what'll happen is you'll go into love and you'll require this person to give you everything that they haven't been able to, like, that you haven't been able to give to yourself. And then you place this expectation onto them to be able to give to you what you can't even give to yourself, plus what they have to be able to give to themselves. And that's not healthy. So some of you really have to check that shit by figuring out everything that you're able to give to yourself or give to another person, you should be able to give that to yourself. So if you want your person to be emotionally in tune with themselves, you should be able to be emotionally in tune with yourself enough. If you want your person to have a sense of humor, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, have a sense of humor. You understand that? Like, everything that you want, you should be able to give to yourself. A love of your own. It's almost like in order for you to, some of you are in very intense soulmate, some of you even twin flame type relationships. You have to be your own soulmate first. You have to be your own twin flame first. And that's the advice that I would say Spirit has for you guys when it comes to love. And also some of you need to let your guard down too. I'm getting a very strong 4 of Pentacles, blocked heart chakra. Some of you need a good cry. Some of you need a good cry. Do you understand? Just let it out. And allow yourself to open, because I see God in these. I'm seeing this disruption is coming. And I'm seeing you really don't have a choice. It's y'all know Tower moment. Y'all know what Tower moments feel like. Y'all know Tower energy is heavy on it's happening whether you want it to or not. And I'm seeing like some of you are literally going to be, I'm seeing God forcing your heart open, because you're going to have no choice but to allow it to flow. Don't spin against the cycle, spin with the cycle. So Cancers, that's it. We got 44 minutes in this thing. Cancers, that's it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. And yeah, just make sure that if this video resonates with you, like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to talk to you guys to see if, things resonate, whatnot. I'll also be putting things up and polls up, as this channel gets more traction, to see what kind of content would you guys like me to create and things of that nature. And I'll also have information soon on how to book personal readings with me and whatnot, if that's something that you're interested in. But other than that, Cancerians, I love you. Y'all be safe during this Taurus season. Take everything that I said with a grain of salt. Take it, but take it with just as much sugar too. We gonna act like we know what that meant. But I'll see you guys for Gemini season in a few weeks. Love you. Peace.